God is removing people for a reason, trusting Him through painful endings. Have you ever had someone leave your life and it didn't just hurt, it broke something inside you? Not just because they left, but because you didn't understand why. You prayed about it, you believed in it, you invested your heart into it, and still, it ended. And now you're left with questions. God, why them? Why now? Why did you allow this? If you've ever felt that kind of pain, then this message is for you. There are seasons in life when God removes people, not because you failed, but because He is protecting your future. Today, we're going to talk about something most people avoid: the painful truth that not everyone is meant to stay, and more importantly, how to trust God when letting go feels impossible. Let's slow down for a moment, because this kind of pain is real. It's not just about losing a person, it's about losing what you thought they would be in your life. It's the late-night conversations that are now silent. It's the plans that will never happen. It's the version of the future you imagined disappearing. And what hurts the most is that sometimes you don't even get closure. No explanation, no apology, no clear ending. Just distance and silence. And in that silence, your mind starts asking dangerous questions. Was I not enough? Did I do something wrong? Why did they change? But listen carefully. Not every loss is your fault. Here's a truth that is hard to accept, but powerful when you understand it. Some people are assignments, not permanent connections. They come into your life for a season. They teach you something. They shape you in some way. And then they leave. Not because your story is over, but because their part in your story is finished. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." That includes people. Some are there for a lesson, a moment, a phase of growth. But not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Let's go deeper. Look at Abraham and Lot. They were family. They started their journey together. They shared space, resources, and life. But eventually, things became tense. Conflict grew, and something had to change. So they separated. Now here's the important part. This separation wasn't failure. It was alignment. Because God had a specific path for Abraham, and that path required clarity, space, and obedience. Sometimes, God removes people not because they are bad, but because they are not meant for where you're going. Imagine if Abraham refused to let go. Imagine if he forced the relationship to stay. He might have delayed or even missed what God had planned for him. And that same truth applies to you. You see, we often ask God to bless our lives, to guide us, to protect us. But when He starts removing what doesn't belong, we resist, because removal feels like loss. But in God's eyes, removal is often protection. Protection from people who would break your peace, people who would slow your growth, people who cannot go where God is taking you. And sometimes, God sees what you don't. He sees the conversations you didn't hear, the intentions you didn't notice, the future that would have hurt you. So He steps in and separates what you were trying to hold together. So if someone walked away from your life, or things ended in a way you didn't understand, pause, breathe, and consider this. Maybe it wasn't rejection. Maybe it was redirection. Maybe God was closing a door because He saw a better one ahead. You don't need to chase what God removed. You don't need to beg for what God released. Because what is truly meant for you will never require you to lose yourself to keep it. Healing begins the moment you stop asking, "Why did they leave?" and start asking, "God, what are you teaching me?" Because every ending carries a seed of growth, a seed of wisdom, a seed of strength. And one day, you will look back and realize that what broke your heart actually saved your life. So don't rush to replace what you lost. Don't force connections that no longer feel right. Let God rebuild you,